Hello all my beautiful little unicorns and welcome back to my channel. You guys, today's pick a card reading is super juicy because for today's psychic prediction, we are going to be uncovering precisely how they felt the last time they saw you. So we will be uncovering all of the little details of how your person truly perceived the situation when you last saw one another. And in case you're completely new here, my name is Vanessa. You guys know me as your big sis from the internet as well as your favorite psychic medium, and I cannot wait for us to get into these groups. That's precisely how this video works. I will now introduce you to these 4 groups, and then I would like you to pick one of these 4 groups intuitively in order to receive your reading. Group number 1 corresponds to the Magical Spirit Oracle deck as well as the Citrine crystal. Group number 2 corresponds to the Tarot and Wonderland deck as well as the Carnelian crystal. Group number 3 corresponds to the Squid Cake Tarot deck as well as the Rose Quartz crystal. And group number 4 corresponds to the Antique Anatomy Tarot deck as well as the Black Obsidian crystal. And as usual, my gorgeous soul, the timestamps to all 4 of these groups can be found below in the description box as well as pinned to the top of the comment section. So whether you're watching from your phone, tablet, laptop, or TVs, you've got quick and easy access to fast forward to the relevant part of this video and for you to receive your psychic prediction. So I will now give you a little moment of privacy so you can meditate on the 4 groups, and I strongly encourage you to pick whichever group that you initially felt drawn towards. So don't overthink it. Pick whichever group just kind of jumps out at you, or you feel like the screen is a little hotter for you. So take your sweet time, feel free to pause the video right here, and then I'll be right back to guide you into your readings. Alright, so by now you've hopefully been able to select one of these 4 magical groups. If you absolutely could not make up your mind, don't sweat it, don't worry. You can tune into multiple groups because sometimes your personal reading is a mixture between multiple groups. However, I will be getting into your reading starting off with the Magical Spirit Oracle. So if this is the deck that you chose, then please continue watching. And to my other 3 beautiful groups, I will catch you at the click of your timestamps. Hello, my beautiful soul of group number 1. You chose the Magical Spirit Oracle as well as the Citrine crystal to help guide you to figure out precisely how they felt the last time that they saw you. So let's get into it. In case you didn't know, the citrine is a stone that you probably chose because your intuition just knew. It's time for an abundance of information. It's time for you to uncover absolutely everything there is to know about how they feel about you, especially what happened internally within them the last time they saw you. So let's see what our guides have to say. We're just shuffling this beautiful Magical Spirit Oracle, and no, this is not sponsored. I purchased this deck recently, and I must say I truly love this deck. It's been such an amazing addition to my collection, and I can't wait for us to figure out precisely what messages that our guides communicate using this. You don't need it all figured out. So the last time they saw you, what they felt and what they thought is that you are super independent, almost hyper independent. Like you don't need them and you've got it all figured out. And here we've got the card of the Gifted Guide. The main keywords are stars, chaos, and opportunity. So they feel as though your life is filled with opportunity, and they're asking themselves, what value can they even bring to your life? What can they even do for you? Because they feel like you don't need anything that they have to offer. They feel as though you are already completely set and you've got it all figured out for yourself. So they do have a little sense of feeling like what they bring to the table isn't going to add as much value as they would like it to. So there is a little bit of insecurity in how they felt the last time that they saw you. And because you seem like someone who has it all figured out to them, again, this is how you come across to them. This doesn't have to resonate with the actual reality of your life right now, group number 1. It's hard for them to find a way to feel like they can get in touch with you, like they can do something for you, because they're the type of person whose love language is acts of service. And when they feel as though you don't have a place in which they can support you, they shy away. They become very, very kind of introverted and almost like worried about embarrassing themselves in front of you. So a great way for you to get them back and for them to feel needed again is to do a little bit of a damsel in distress vibe. Now, that is not to make it seem like there's anything you're not capable of. Of course, you're independent, you're fierce, and you're the type of person that can do anything that they set their mind towards. But doesn't it feel good when someone asks you for help or a favor and it's something you know you can do and you know you're good at? You don't think less of that person, right? You don't think that they're incapable when someone asks you for help. So apply that same rule to yourself and give your person the gift of being helpful to you. Next up, we've got find those who inspire you to bloom, and master number 33. This is a card of growing together, community, connection, reciprocation. Those are the messages we have here within this oracle. Now, how this pertains to how they felt the last time that they saw you is that they find you very inspirational and that you inspire them to bloom. You inspire them to blossom, to do better, and to really become the best version of themselves. What they also thought the last time that they saw you, that you are the type of person that you can grow together with, that you can build a relationship with, where you're both growing, where you're both becoming the best versions of yourself over time, and you're building a legacy with one another. You are building something that you can even leave your kids. We have another master number. We had 33 here. And within the sun, we've got master number 11. Now, these are life path numbers. Master number 11 and master number 33 are very special life path numbers. If you don't know your life path number or your person's life path number, I have a video on that on my channel where I teach you precisely how to calculate every life path number based on any date of birth. And I also explain to you what all of the life path numbers mean from 1 through 9, but also master number 11, 22, and 33. Now, within Be Patient, it will come. What they thought the last time they saw you was that they have to maybe just be a little bit more patient, that the connection will come back. They feel as though what they're just doing is playing the waiting game. They feel like there is power in being patient and taking a step back. They don't want to overdo it. They don't want to scare you off. They don't want it to seem as though they're desperate. And I do also see here within the sun that they felt like you have a really warm, inviting aura. You have an aura that makes them feel right at home. And master number 11 is the master number of someone inspirational, like we spoke about here within Find Those Who Inspire You to Bloom and the Growing Together message, but also someone who, even when you make mistakes around them, you don't feel embarrassed. You feel invited, actually, to make mistakes, so to say. You feel like, yeah, of course I can make mistakes because this person would never judge me. So I want to get extremely precise within your reading. So let's add some letters into it to see what your guides have to say. So we've got S as well as O. Significant other, that's what I'm getting here. What they thought about you the last time that they saw you. Soulmate. That's the energy I'm getting here with an S and O. So I do just want us to delve a little more into it and see what else comes up besides significant other. And then we also have M. So we do have the word some here. Of course, it's missing an E, but phonetically, when you say some, it sounds exactly the same as if it was spelled with an E. And I want to see what they felt some of when they saw you last. What it is when it comes to the emotional realm that they felt some emotion about. So let's uncover this. Group number 1. Oh, we've got faith. This makes a lot of sense with the sun and them being patient, that it will come, that your connection and relationship will develop and will still have a chance with time. And this is what they're thinking the last time that they saw you. This is what's in their head. To you, you may even think in your mind, hell no, if you didn't want me then, you sure as hell won't deserve me now or in the future. but this is just how they feel. These are just some of the emotions that they had when they last saw you. And then we also have peace. Peace being part of some of the emotions that are highlighted in how they felt towards you the last time they saw you. Definitely shows us here that they have this connection to you where they feel at ease when they're around you, even though there is this part of them that worries that they don't have enough to offer to you, and that has made them kind of back off from you. And here within the King of Coins, I do also want you to know that when it comes to them feeling, they feel like they're successful around you when it comes to their career. They feel like they can be in this very kind of in charge energy, so that they truly like, but because you yourself are very independent and successful, they wonder that even with all the success in the world, what could they do for you? And the answer can be very simple, group number one. You may just be the type of person who thinks to themselves, well, what can they do? Of course, they can book a surprise trip. They can gift me something. They can help me out with some bills. They can give me advice for my career. They can be there for me when I need my tires to be changed, when I need something to be fixed around my house. And I want you to know that it may not be completely clear to them. Whereas here within the Three of Coins, they're the type of person who really loves to help out, but you have to be communicative with them. There's no other way. And the last time they saw you, they felt like you already have, here in the Three of Coins, like a good group of other people who would help you, who would support you. Again, this feeling of not feeling needed by you, that's what's challenging for them. And the Three of Coins shows us here that them feeling like you already have a good group of other people surrounding you who would help and support you, it does make them question whether you're maybe even seeing another person. And within the Strength card in reverse, I want you to know that in a sense, they feel like they're powerless when it comes to that, and they need clarity on the fact that you are interested in them, that you are single, that you're available, that you're ready to mingle, group number one. Because the Strength card reverse shows us that, you know, they want to kind of like open up the situation. They want to put their courage, their strength, they want to put like the entire like love that they have for you into trying to make this connection happen. But they are a little bit fearful of the rejection that would follow if you're already taken, if you're already emotionally and spiritually connected and attuned to someone else. So they really, really need clarity on that. However, they have faith in your connection, as we spoke about, and they also feel really peaceful whenever they think of you or they are around you. Group number one, I feel intuitively inclined to clear, cleanse, and just give the space a refresh and come right back so that we can delve even more deeply into how they felt the last time that they saw you. And you don't need to do anything whatsoever. Just continue to stay put, to enjoy your reading, and then I'll be right back so we can delve even more deeply into these messages for you. Welcome back, group number one. Did you miss me? So I'm just fanning out our oracle cards so we can intuitively receive a message by your guides about how they felt the last time that they saw you, so we can unearth more of the truth. Okay, we've got control. Control was an issue the last time that they saw you. This feeling of a loss of control and wanting to control the situation, liking control, but in a way not being able to express that. And when they see you, they do have a sense of this protective urge, and they want to be able to control you and the relationship and the circumstances. When they feel like they can't control, that's when they kind of back off, because they don't want to be put in a situation, romantically speaking, where they have no control over whether they get hurt or not, over whether you're faithful or not. So this control, it's just on the verge of being too much for you. So you might have actually even dodged a bullet, group number one, with not ending up with this person, because I do see here that when they saw that they couldn't control you, that's something that kind of made them back off, because they could tell you're super independent and strong, as a person. So it was hard for them to kind of see that being with you means that they have to have full trust blindly, because there's no way that you're going to let someone take advantage of you or control you or confine your life. You're still going to have friends. You're still going to do what you want to do. You're still going to travel and go places. And next up, within answers, I do see that they have this answers within kind of vibe where it was clear to them. It got illuminated, like we have here represented in the candle. And this child that's kind of coming out of this flower, if you will, nestled out of this thing. They have the answers within that you are the person that they always thought they would end up with as a kid already. So as a kid, they had this image of who they would be with. And if you could see this image, it's you. You look exactly like the person that they had a crush on as a kid. And you represent everything that they thought that their partner and spouse would embody. And I do see here within Hidden Blessings that the thing that they thought last time that they saw you is that they're so happy that they still had this opportunity to see you. They're so happy that they were still able to be within your energy and in your aura. And why these are hidden blessings is because they've never been able to fully express to you just how special, different, and magnetic that your energy and your aura truly is. And they feel like you underestimate here within Hidden Blessings just how powerful your energy is and just how much you actually make people feel at home and you make people feel comfortable, and how magnetic you are as a person. And with keeping these blessings hidden, that is another part of the control. They didn't want to give away too much of how they feel about you or how amazing that you are. They did not want to hype you up too much too early within the relationship, because they felt as though if you know too much or you're too overly confident, then that is not going to work out well for them. The last time that they saw you, they also felt as though you're on a very personal journey, both spiritually, but also geographically, like quite literally, like you still have some traveling and exploring that you want to do, and they're not 100% sure that they'll be able to keep up. They're not 100% sure that they'll have the time to keep up. And also when it comes to the finances, that's one thing that they feel like they can do for themselves, but they're also kind of wondering, all right, how much can they contribute to you guys doing things together? So they are feeling a little bit like, all right, I don't want to embarrass myself. I don't want to seem like I'm not capable of providing and bringing things to the table. And they definitely can see here that you have this wild side to you and this need for freedom and independence, and that there are still some places on your bucket list that you want to go to. And here we have a reiteration, and the ship has sailed, that they fear that they may have actually even missed their chance with you. So being patient is one thing that they feel like they have no other choice than to do. They feel like they have no other choice than to just be patient with you and the connection that they have with you. And part of them is also really worried that by the time you reconnect, the ship will have sailed and you won't feel about them romantically the way that you do anymore, and that you will have found someone better, or someone who is more clear and ready to settle down the way you needed them to be clear and ready to settle down at the time where your person was still giving mixed signals and was still making you feel like you didn't quite know where you stand with them. So they have a lot of regrets in the last time that they saw you, that they didn't confess as many feelings and as many future planning wishes that they had with you. And they definitely feel like they've lost out on an amazing person in you. And the last time they saw you, they thought that you're a freaking goddess. Group number one, they thought that you have this beautiful divine feminine energy within you. And it doesn't even matter who you identify as. Feminine energy lives in all of us, and they love that part of you, especially the receptive side, the softer side. And it ties in really well with them wanting to be needed, right? And feminine energy is receiving energy. They want to give, and they find you so beautiful when you receive. That drives them crazy. That makes them so insanely happy and content. And they love the inner beauty that you have, because it just reflects the outer beauty, and they love every single part of you, especially when you're in your feminine, you're in your soft energy, and you're in an energy of allowing them to do, of allowing them to just be the one who quote unquote performs while you sit there and you look, you stare. You just are very beautiful. You have put yourself in a kind of outfit and in a look that you feel comfortable in, where you feel like you are quote unquote slaying group number one, and you're just the main attraction and you can just relax around them. You work so hard day in and day out, group number one. They want you to just feel pretty, beautiful, and relaxed when you're around them. And I see here within freedom that another way that they felt when they were last around you is like they had freedom even though they're around you. So like they can be free, they can claim their independence, like you're not the kind of person who is encroaching on their life. They also did feel like you have so much freedom that you might just in a way fly away, that you might just take a leap and go elsewhere. So they're content with the freedom that you give them and the feelings of freedom that you allow for them to have and for them to experience. But when it comes to the freedom that you have, it does make them nervous because they don't want someone else to have the opportunity to be with you. They don't want for someone else to take their spot and for the ship to have sailed and for you to in the end not really want to be with them or not really want to actually become a couple, become a partnership. So they're feeling a lot of loss. They're feeling a lot of sorrow about the last time that they saw you. And I do see here within Be Still that they also really, really wanted to experience a little bit more of lying next to you in the nighttime, just being still, being quiet, relaxing, perhaps also some more intimacy with you. And that time just went by so quickly, and time is something that is out of their control when they're around you. And on one hand, they really love it, but then on the other hand, it's like, does this moment really need to end kind of energy? So group number one, this is the reading that I received for you about how they felt the last time that they saw you. I'm going to extend this reading and put the members only reading, so with the extension, onto my reading subscription platform. So you guys can find it there. It is linked in the description box. And for all of my beautiful souls here on YouTube, thank you so much for being here, for enjoying this reading. Don't forget to leave a unicorn emoji below in the comment section to let me and others know that you were here, that you picked group number one, and you watched it all the way to the end. And I cannot wait to connect with you during one of my upcoming predictions. Hello, group number two. Welcome to your reading about what they thought and how they felt the last time that they saw you. You chose the Tarot and Wonderland deck as well as the Carnelian crystal. This is a close-up of the gorgeous crystal that you chose. The Carnelian is a stone of passion, love, and feeling all the feels. So I can't wait for us to uncover precisely what your guides need you to know about what they felt the last time they saw you. So group two, I hope you're ready for this. I can't wait for us to uncover everything that there is to know. All right, first up, we've got the Empress. You know what they thought the last time they saw you? They thought, please don't go. They were literally so sad that this connection might come to an end. They actually saw you as an empress, as someone who is fertile grounds for an amazing relationship, a marriage to build a family with. As you can see here, it's like a huge part of them felt as though they still wanted to approach you. If you're the empress here, they're the one who's wanting to approach you. They're wanting to be there for you. They're wanting to be together. But they felt uncertainty from you as well. And sometimes when two people are in a relationship or situationship that isn't clearly defined, both have this certain amount of uncertainty within them about one another and about the connection, and that can actually cause you to drift apart, even though both want to be together. But because both are unsure because of the uncertain energies that everyone is projecting, both parties, actually you end up not being together even though you both want to, because things are never expressed. And there's just this feeling of, oh, I really don't want to be rejected, and I don't want to be the one that's putting my heart out here, and then it's not being reciprocated. So we have 2 cards that are in your reading that need to be read. We've got the Page of Pentacles and the 5 of Cups. So I do see that they feel like you are out of reach. Since the last time that they saw you, they feel like you're just on a different level, a higher level, and like they can't reach you. Like your standards are literally too high. Like you are too emotionally intelligent, and the Page of Pentacles shows us here. We have this page that's still learning how to be financially affluent, how to manage their time, how to be tidy, organized, plan amazing dates, and so on. They really do feel as though you are upper echelon and they're on a lower tier down here, and maybe they should settle for a different option that is down here, that is on their level, that's easier for them to reach. But nevertheless, they're trying to reach, as you can see here on this card. And they've also tried to take steps towards you without the risk of being rejected too badly, but they kind of felt as though you actually aren't really that interested in them. So if you're the type of person that suffers from RBF, all right, resting bee face, if you're the type of person that can be hard to read, then you know why they may have felt this way. Then this should all make so much sense to you, group number 2. Oh, okay, we've got 2 more cards, which is the 2 of Wands as well as the 7 of Cups. So here I want you to know that the 7 of Cups is indicative of the fact that while they have a lot of different options, what they really decided on was to see where things could go with you. So the last time that you saw them, they actually did hope that they could see the future with you, that they could do a future with you. The 2 of Wands shows us that they've picked you even though they had another option. They had another quote-unquote wand here. The 7 of Cups also shows these different drawers, which means they're excited that, yeah, there are so many opportunities and options in love, but they don't really care about that because you're the ultimate Empress. Empress energy is divine, feminine, goddess energy. It's the type of energy that people have who become the matriarchs of the family, the people who others just see, and you have this very nurturing, motherly type of energy, even if you're not a mom or you're not a mom yet. I just want you to know that oozing this energy of fertility and care, that's what we've got within the Empress. And the Queen of Cups is literally your guides in the universe right now, right here within this reading, reiterating, yes, group number 2, Queen of Cups energy is mom energy. It's the energy of someone caring, loving, someone whom you can trust with your emotions, someone that you can talk to that cares deeply. And the last time that they saw you, they literally envisioned you as a parent. They literally envisioned you being this mom figure, basically. No matter who you identify as, I want you to know that feminine energy flows through all of us and masculine energy flows through all of us, but it depends to what extent you're able to express and also what you're best known for. And the Queen of Cups shows us that they do view you as someone who's really caring, who's soft and gentle with other people, and who can get along with anyone. So that's one thing that they love about you, group number 2, and that is a huge turn on for them. The last time that they saw you, they felt like they're losing someone who would make for an amazing mother figure, an amazing Empress to be in their life. They felt here in the Queen of Cups, like to an extent, you're also like above them. All right, like we spoke about in the 5 of Cups, they have this fear, this insecurity. You're more upper echelon than they are. And the 9 of Pentacles indicates that actually when it comes to things in the earthly realms, they are on their way to great success, and they know this, hence also why they don't want to give up on this connection. If you find back together with them, they don't want to break up again. The 9 of Pentacles is a card that shows us all of these coins here that represent them being financially affluent, them actually growing financially. We do have one bird, one raven here that's nicking one of the coins, and what this represents is that even if they get unexpected bills, unexpected taxes that they still need to pay, it's fine because it's only one of many coins. It's only a little bit of everything that they own. So they're very much a self-made person already, but they're on track to do a lot more than what you've seen up until this point, group number 2. Then we've also got the Chariot. Now, how they saw you and how they felt the last time that they viewed you here in the Chariot, it's clear that they felt like you were moving quickly now. Like now you're going in a direction where they might not be able to still catch you. The Chariot shows that they feel your life is moving quickly. They're asking themselves where they belong in your life and where they may find a space to actually be part of your life. The Chariot also shows that they viewed you as confident, as good looking, as someone who has a plan, who puts all of their ducks in a row and then executes on that plan. So the Chariot really does indicate for you, group number 2, that when they last saw you, they viewed you as triumphant. They viewed you as a person with a plan. And they viewed you as going places and quite literally also traveling, like geographically going to different spots and finding that very brave, courageous, interesting, and like a huge leadership quality within you. Next, we've got the Waning Crescent 3. Last they saw you, they wanted to just surrender to their emotions, and their emotionality felt like, oh, I want to cry, I want to scream, I want to say that this can't be the last time, this can't end this way. But the Waning Crescent 3 and surrendering, it was an option. I see that in correspondence to the 7 of Cups. It was an option, and it's not the option that they took. They didn't fully surrender. They didn't feel like it was appropriate for them to fully voice how they felt. And in a sense, they also felt a little embarrassed because they feel as though you have so much going for you and you have such a firm head on your shoulders, basically. You're a very strong-headed and determined person. I see that here within the Chariot. And they felt like they can't meet those standards or they can't be on that same level. So surrendering and being really vulnerable, they didn't want to seem weak. And they didn't want you to feel as though you are better than them. Not because they think you're that kind of person, but because they don't want you to feel like there's such a big gap and discrepancy that you would never consider being with them again. Now, we have the lunar god. The lunar god represents the masculine. You may have seen it while I was shuffling these cards. It literally flipped itself right side up, this lunar god. And what this shows here is that they love the polarity between masculine and feminine energies in your connection and in your relationship with them. That's like their favorite thing. They absolutely love that. For one, there's phallic energy. So we have actually 2 of Wands energy here too. Can you see the resemblance? Can you see how we have the 2 of Wands, and then here in the lunar god, we also have 2 wands within the depiction. We have this phallic symbol, this masculine symbol of the wands, and choosing 1 wand within the 2 of Wands, and here within the lunar god holding both. So they love the play of both, of the masculine and the feminine. And you can see here in the distance, we have this depiction of a relationship, of a couple holding hands, of 2 people under a full moon that are with each other. And the lunar god, in correspondence to the rest of your reading, also with the Empress, the divine feminine energy, it is a huge sign that what they love is your differences. What they love is that you come from different worlds, different backgrounds. You both have different strengths. And the lunar god is hugely indicative of the fact that, you know what, this masculine energy is something that they feel safe to display. It's something that they feel is actually valued for a change. And they feel like doing things for you. They feel like providing, like actually being the kind of person that provides value in every way, financially, emotionally, physically. But as already mentioned to you, their main thing is that they feel it might not be good enough. They feel like you might be out of their league. And this could be true, group number 2. You know within you, you know within your heart and soul, whether you are actually out of this person's league or the things that you desire out of life, whether they're going to be able to accompany you on this journey, provide their part of the equation, or whether their best is just actually never really going to be good enough. Now, group number 2, I'm going to clear and cleanse the space, and we'll delve a little more deeply into your reading. You don't need to lift a finger. Don't stress, don't fret. Just continue to relax into the space, and I'll be right back to guide you even more deeply into your psychic reading. Welcome back, group number 2. Did you miss me? Let's get a little more deeply into their feelings and their emotions, shall we? One thing I wish is that they could see this. I feel like they would feel a little embarrassed, but they just nod, and your person would be like, yeah, this is what I was going through. So the last time they saw you, they proceeded with caution. They were very careful about what they said, how much of their emotions that they revealed, and also to not feel too rejected or feel too much as though they made a mistake to open up. That's what I see here within caution, but they were also very cautious about your feelings and trying to make sure that they kept things in a way where they could still come back, that they kept things in a way where you're not completely going to delete, block, archive, ghost them. You get the idea, group number 2. And I do see here within frustration that they were frustrated the last time that they saw you. They were frustrated that they did not get their way the way that they wanted to with you. So they felt frustrated that, like, the way they wanted things to fit and the way they would have wanted things to work out, that it didn't, because, well, obviously you have emotions and needs as well, group number 2, and I'm proud of you for not just allowing this person to completely have their way. But I do see here within abundance that they also felt like they would have more time with you. They felt like this is not the last time that they're going to see you. And for some reason, when it comes to their finances, shortly after they saw you last, they encountered a very frustrating, annoying situation, hence also why it's been in a weird situation, like your connection with them, hence why it's been a little off, because they are dealing with that and because they don't want you to see them in a weak state. So I would like for us to add some letters into your reading so Spirit can speak directly and in a way that is extremely clear. So we have, wow, fate. Do you see that? Do you see that, group number 2? I mean, you can't make this up. Spirit is really here. Our guides are really within this reading with you right now. So they feel towards you like it's fate. They feel like you meeting is fate. They feel like the entire way that your relationship has played out, it's fated, group number 2. And they feel like there is a very special connection that you just can't really deny, and that sooner or later you're gonna find back together. That's how they feel. They feel like you can't mess it up when it's fated. You can't mess things up when someone is really, really meant for you. And next we've got master number 33 at the top, the master number of teachers. If they're life path number 33, or you are, which is a super rare one, also life path number 3 showing up twice, it shows us cooperation here between the two of you, so eventually finding back together. The message is to find those who inspire you to bloom, growing together. So community, connection, reciprocation, those are the main factors here within master number 33, and finding those who inspire you to bloom. I want you to understand here, group number 2, that they feel like they will eventually find back together and work with you on making this relationship work out. They feel like this is just a hiccup. The last time they saw you, they truly realized how strong the bond is, and that it is an unshakable one. It is one that you're going to both remember for your entire existence. And the next message we've got here is to call your energy back to you. This is about feeling depleted and having to refill the energy reserves, and that's precisely what your person set out to do, what they ended up doing. they called their energy back and they filled up their reserves, their energy reserves, because they could tell, okay, I need to bring more to this relationship. And they just didn't feel like they were doing enough at the time, hence why the connection has also been estranged. Now, within passion, they want you to do what excites you. They want you to be fired up about life, and they love when you're in an amazing mood. But equally, it's very challenging for them to read you to know what to do if they can tell that you're not in the best mood, when they can tell that something is off or something is wrong. So I want you to know here that they are an avoidant. That's their attachment style. They avoid conflict. They avoid uncomfortable situations, group number 2. And this might be challenging if you're the type of person who likes to talk about everything and talk it out and make sure that everything is sorted and that you're good. Now here within receive, they want you to be open to receiving goodness. Believe you're worthy of abundance. A gift is coming to you soon. So don't be shook if actually, rather than just getting in contact with you directly, they send you something in form of a gift. It could be something small. It could be like a small gift card. It could be flowers. It could be an item. Just something that they're sending your way that shows that they still care and that shows that they actually still see this going somewhere with you, that they still see this having an opportunity. So them having the love language of gift giving means that you have to learn to receive, all right? You have to learn to be okay with them giving you things and to enjoy that kind of attention. Now here within the alchemist, the message that we've got is, oh, I don't break that easy, not anymore. Instead, I use things as fuel. Now this is a message of empowerment, pain, but also being a sorceress. And I want you to know here that what they saw in you the last time that you were face to face is that you're a very powerful being and they don't want to F with you. They don't want to mess things up once you reconvene again. They don't want to break up again. They see that you're someone who is well read. You are a very intelligent individual, so it scares them to mess things up. It scares them to F with you. And I want you to know here in the alchemist that another part of the message is that what you will receive is either a book or a cup, something that you can use to drink, a beverage in the sense of coffee, matcha, tea, a cup, and accessories for these beverages. That's what they're going to give you when you see them next, when they try to rekindle and come back, because they will. After all, they strongly believe that your connection really is fate. My gorgeous souls, these are the messages I received for you. I will now extend this reading into a more uncensored and extended version, and I will upload that onto my website. So check out the link below in the description box to find the full version of this and to unlock more messages within group number 2. But for all of my gorgeous souls here on YouTube, I hope that you enjoyed this reading and that you found it insightful. I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of my upcoming predictions. Hello, group number 3. So the last time they saw you, this is how they felt. You chose the Squid Cake Tarot as well as the Rose Quartz Crystal, and I can't wait for us to uncover precisely what is going on in their mind and what they thought the last time that they saw you. So first up, we have the Four of Batons, and what this card means is that the last time that they saw you, they felt very certain about their attraction for you. They are physically attracted to you. They were looking at you and thinking to themselves, I am attracted to this person, and I wish that this could work out the way I wanted to. I wish that things weren't so complicated. And I see here within the Chariot that the last time that they saw you, what they actually thought is that things were moving too quickly. So when they have this feeling, this sensation of wishing that it worked out the way they want to, it comes from a place of feeling on so many occasions like things were just moving too quickly in a direction that was too serious for their nervous system and for what they were prepared for. And the Chariot does show us here that when things move very quickly and it's going in a certain direction, like commitment, living together, marriage, and these are all like feelings that come up in between. Even if you don't talk about it, you can just feel the tension a little bit in the air, that these are topics that eventually need to come up, or maybe on both of your minds. That is when they felt like, oh, okay, this is not 100% as easy as I thought that it would be. However, the Nine of Cups is known as the wish card in the tarot, like the genie in a bottle card. And I want you to know that what this represents in correspondence to your person is that they have always wanted to and wished for a relationship exactly the way yours started out, and for it to turn into a really romantic love story kind of vibe. So the Nine of Cups is an indication here that your person, when they last saw you, they actually did think that you are too good to be true. And that's maybe also why they have been feeling a little estranged and why there has been some confusion, because they're like, where is the catch? But I want us to add some letters into your reading so we can figure out precisely what Spirit wants to say. So we have I and E, and then we also have another E and a V. So V is actually French for life. So they do see here that having a life with you, building a life with you, is something that is possible because they just see you as that kind of person. And then we also have hue. So their life with you would have a certain hue. The hue, the color, the vibe of a life with you would be a stable one. The number 4 in numerology is a number of stability. You guys know I really love numerology, hence why I also have a lot of videos where I teach you about your life path number, your life cycles, all of these personal year numbers. And then the Nine of Cups shows that they feel like they can accomplish really great heights with you. I mentioned the Nine of Cups is the genie in a bottle card, right? It is the wish card. So them seeing life in the hue of wishes coming true with you, in the sense of here in connectivity to the Chariot, we spoke about how they felt things were moving too quickly, but they know that if they do settle down with you, things will move quickly in their professional life and they will reach a different level of success than continuing on alone and by themselves. So they do see you as completely invaluable, which despite it sounding like they don't see value, it actually means being with you is priceless. Being with you is going to give them that one up that everyone else doesn't have, because they don't have a partner like you. So what they've got here is a huge sense of awareness. And already the last time that they saw you, they had this awareness of the fact that there's something special here. There's something uncommon between you and them. There's something uncommon that you bring to the table that you can't just find around any corner, that you can't just find anywhere that you go or anywhere that you look. So they are aware of the fact that something about you is different. And here within awareness, I do see that they try to be the type of person who takes their time to really think things through before they make a decision. And that can be confusing when you are on the end of trying to figure out how they're feeling, what they're thinking, what they're going through. Because it can seem like, hello, what is going on? Like, communicate. So they're a person who goes into deep contemplation. They're the type of person that likes to think things through before they speak. And I see here within the Hanged Man reverse that actually group number 3, sooner rather than later, before you know it, they will reach out to you. They will text you, they will DM you, they will like your story, and they will show that, all right, they're ready to talk, they're ready to see where this can go, and there will be this sign of life from them finally. As I see here in the Knight of Wands, they are now going to come back and circle the block, which you may say to yourself, absolutely not. You may think to yourself, you know what, you should have expressed this the last time you saw me. But they may also be so smooth and make you feel so understood to the point that you do want to forgive them, and you do find it in you to say, okay, I'll give you a chance, or I'll give you an opportunity to make things right. Of course, this is completely up to you. Group number 3, there's absolutely no pressure here for you to decide either way. You know them better than anyone. And the 6 of Swords shows us that the last time that they saw you, they were actually in a really bad headspace. So I'm not sure how well you know them or if you've had this conversation, but I am getting on the spectrum, I am getting depression, I am getting that this is something that runs in their family. And I want you to know here within the 6 of Swords that when it comes to them being in this space of contemplation, of thinking how to best reach out to you again to heighten their chances of success, it's actually coming from a place of also being better mentally, having gone to therapy, having spoken to someone. And I do see here within the 8 of Pentacles, they are constantly working on themselves. They are constantly trying to be better, to do better. And group number 3, you decide whether you want someone who is maybe still a little bit of a project. Not to say that they're like this huge project or red flag, but they are still in very young spirits and young energies, but sometimes also being the person where you could build together and create something together to a degree, okay? Not becoming this person that builds another human being up just for them to then leave you and give everything to the next person. I don't mean that. I mean building together in the sense of you're there, you're supportive, but you need those results. There are deadlines. And I do see here that they actually like that kind of energy. One of the reasons why they felt the last time like they could leave and have things be uncertain and still have an opportunity to come back is because you haven't really shown your fangs with this person, group number 3. You haven't really shown that you are not to be messed with. And that's always the challenging part when you really like someone. It's like hard to give them ultimatums. It's hard to have this energy of I don't care whether I lose you, but I'm keeping my boundaries and my standards, because the truth of the matter is you do care. You actually care a lot. So it's really hard to put yourself in that position, whereas when you don't care about a connection or you're not that into someone, it's so easy to exude that energy, because truth of the matter is you're not that obsessed with them. Like if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Okay, so it's not the love of your life, right? And people are attracted to the energy of independence and of not having any kind of trace of desperation. So often that's the reason why the person that you don't really want is more attracted to you and tries harder to be with you than the person that you do want. And I see here within the Mystic that they actually even dream of you, group number 3. Yes, they do. Since the last time that they saw you, they have had dreams of you and them being together, of you and them traveling. I also see that they have had this intuitive knowing whenever you've thought of them, they have also been thinking about you. It's an energy thing. It is a connection that transcends time and space. And I do see here that in the quantum field, you and your person are always connected, especially when you think of one another simultaneously. You feel it. You feel that they're thinking the same, and the same goes for them. It's like you remind each other of one another. When you're thinking of them, it's like there's this little feeling, this tingling sensation that comes up within them, and vice versa. When they think of you, that makes you think, oh, I wonder how they're doing or what they're thinking. Here within the Great Goddess, we have a depiction of divinity, of Shakti, of kind of having this moment of enlightenment, right? Shakti Pa, having a moment of enlightenment, of transcendence. And I want you to know here within the Great Goddess that we have this transcendence from a place of just stability. They actually see you as the type of person with whom they can have very deep intellectual and spiritual conversation and a connection with as well, that's based on that kind of depth. And here within the Great Goddess, I just want you to understand that this is something they've never had before. So when they think of the last time that they saw you, they also think that you have such an open heart and you have a very seductive aura about you as well. And within Listen to Your Body, they feel physically attracted to you. They want to be near you. They want to feel your skin. They want to touch it. They want to smell it. They want to feel you. They want to be intimate with you. And Listen to Your Body, it's undeniable that there is some sort of pull towards you that they have. And they have never felt this before. They have never had this sort of pull with another person where it is so organic, so natural, so undeniable. And they want to just listen to their body, but their mind gets in the way. I see that here with the Six of Swords for you. And they overthink a lot. So on one hand, when they think of you, they just want to call you. They just want to get back together. But then they also think to themselves here within the Three of Coins, like, man, I don't want to be rejected. She's probably already seeing someone new. He's probably already booed up with another person. The Three of Coins definitely shows us here that when it comes to this individual of yours, they are definitely worried that they have been replaced quick. The Three of Coins shows us here that this is not a situation in which they feel like they can win, really. I want you to know that the Nine of Swords is a card, despite it not looking like that from the Squid Cake deck, it is definitely a card of having nightmares, heartache, overthinking. They're worried, honestly, that they have messed up the connection so bad that they won't have access to you anymore. And how they felt the last time that they saw you is that they felt you are an individual that is irreplaceable. You are someone who is actually special. And I know, like, these days everyone is quote unquote special, but they really saw something so different in you. And the Eight of Swords shows us here that living up to your standards is something that they're worried about. It's something that they're not sure that they can do. Hence also why the connection broke apart and fizzled out in the way that it did, and leaves you wondering, what are they thinking? What's going on? Why did this happen? There is an insecurity within them that knows that they cannot live up to what it is that you need them to live up to the minimum standard of a relationship to be with you. And there's also a part of them that knows, in a sense, that you're just on a different frequency and level than they are, and they need a time away to contemplate, okay, can I do this? Can I keep up with this? Can I actually provide this level of a relationship, or do I just need to actually respectfully take a step back and be honest with myself about the fact that, you know what, no, I'm not ready for this kind of relationship. I'm not ready for this kind of depth. I'm not in a position where I'm able to be a good partner. So they're being really real with themselves, and sometimes the truth hurts, and that's what they're going through right now. And within passion, I want you to know that the last time that they saw you, they were thinking about the intimacy part again, and corresponding to Listen to Your Body that we received. I want you to know here that when they think of you, like, it excites them, okay? It excites them. It makes them think about all sorts of things that are not PG-13, and it makes them wonder whether you feel the same way. And there's a part of them that is very primitive, that just wants to, you know, do all sorts of things with you and to you. Now, here within compassion, moving on, the last time that they saw you, they thought that you should be more gentle with yourself. They saw you and they thought that you, in a sense, also looked kind of tired, like tired of life, tired of being strong, tired of looking out for yourself and taking care of yourself. And they also saw that there's a part of you that needs to learn to forgive, to set yourself free, and to see the light in yourself as well as in others. You've got the seeing the light in others part down, but the whole seeing the light in yourself, are we ready for that conversation, group number 3? I'm not sure that we are, but that is one aspect that they really found to be striking, and that kind of bothered them a little bit, group number 3, because they felt as though you deserve to see the light in yourself. You deserve gentleness from yourself. You deserve compassion and forgiveness from yourself, the way you freely give it out to others. And that's just something that saddened them a little bit the last time that they saw you. But at the same time, they're also certain that you will get there and that it's just part of your learning. It's just part of your growth and your progression and your healing in this incarnation. Now, group number 3, this is the reading that I've received for you right here. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, please do leave a comment below. And if you don't know what to say, leave a lion emoji below in the comment section. That way me and others will know that you were part of group number 3, because that's the only way you would know if you chose group 3 and you made it to the end of the reading. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to carry on this reading. So there will be add-ons to this reading. I will create an extended version that is available on my website and my members club, so make sure that you check that out. The members club has my members only podcast as well as manifestation videos, and you get a daily reading sent to you and unlocked every single day. Your personal library just continues to grow, whereas on Patreon there are exclusive videos, but the podcast and the daily readings can only be found in my members club. So I'll leave the link to both of those in the description box. Make sure that you check those out. I may even have a sale going on for my membership subscription too, which would mean that it is lifetime access at a discounted rate. So make sure that you check that out to not miss out on it. And group number 3, wherever you are in this world, I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to catch up with you during one of my upcoming readings. Hello, group number 4. Welcome to your reading about what they felt and what they thought the last time that they saw you. You chose the Antique Anatomy Tarot as well as the Black Obsidian Crystal. I'll put your crystal right up here for you so its energy can infuse the space and your reading, as the Black Obsidian is a highly detoxifying crystal and is said to get rid of negative energies. So let's get into this reading free of any kind of negativity and just into the purity of the messages that we're going to receive now about them and how they felt the last time that they saw you. So we have the 8 of Blades. Now what the 8 of Blades means, and the suit of Blades is the suit of the mental realm, of your logical mind and your logical thinking, is that they had this very soft side when it comes to you. They felt protective over you. They felt as though they wanted to be sweet and kind. But here with all of these blades that are kind of cutting into the softness, into the flowers, it shows us that in a sense they felt trapped. They felt like the softness couldn't come out properly and like they had to protect that. So this is how they felt the last time they saw you. They felt like they had to protect their real emotions in order to not allow that softness out and to then potentially get hurt. Now here within the Hermit, we have a card that pertains to being more introspective, more introverted, and here with the candle on top of the skull, this is a symbol of enlightenment and seeing the light. So your person, ever since they last saw you, they have had moments of huge enlightenment and breakthroughs where they thought, man, I really miss her. I really miss them. I feel like I lost out on something good. I feel like I was such an idiot here in the 8 of Blades for protecting my feelings and my ego over actually trying to make sure that I was honest and straightforward about how I truly felt. And man, why did I do that? Why did I hold back in that way? Next up, we've got the 5 of Rods. So they are in internal conflict with themselves ever since the last time that you saw them. Ever since the last time you engaged with them, they're not happy about it. They don't rest easy. They don't sleep well at night. They have even had nightmares about this. I see that in the 8 of Blades, as the 8 of Blades often also represents people not sleeping well and having these nightmares. And Spirit is telling me with the 5 of Rods that they're probably not going to be fine for quite a while, or at least until they're able to see you again. So if you're planning on rekindling and reconnecting with this person, you're gonna feel such a huge amount of relief when you're together with them. But if you don't plan on seeing them again, or there's a reason why you don't want to, or you can't, they're still going to be plagued for quite a while. Group number 4. Not to be sinister, not to be terrible, but it's true. So next up we have the Knight of Coins. Now this card is a card that at first it looks a little scary, but that's just the theme of this deck. Uses a lot of like skeletons and skulls instead of imagery of people. But what the Knight of Coins means, which is the Knight of Pentacles in the traditional tarot, is someone who's hardworking and someone who's also going to be very giving and generous financially and in a material sense with you. That's what the Knight of Coins is all about. And here within the King of Elixirs, I also want you to understand that they are emotionally very intelligent, because for the longest time they have been parentified. They were not able to be a kid. They had to be a grown-up from an early age onwards. That does not mean that there is any excuse for some of the behaviors that they may exhibit where you feel as though, why are they so serious? But it's actually gonna now serve you, the fact that your person had a challenging childhood, because here in this calming tonic that's depicted in the King of Elixirs, it just shows us they have their emotions under control. They think rationally. They don't act out of anger or out of ego. They don't act from a place of malice. They think things through before they act. Group number 4. They don't just do whatever. All right, so let's move a little more deeply into your prediction about how they felt the last time they saw you. Okay, you are worthy of beautiful things. We've got the Servant Queen. The Servant Queen understands that she is here not only to serve others, but also to serve her own needs. She understands she's divine, magnetic, valuable. And your person understood this about you, but group 4, did you understand this about yourself? Did you understand about yourself that you are worthy of beautiful things? Did you understand about yourself that you are divine, magnetic, and valuable, and that you have to serve yourself? And also you're allowed to ask for others to serve you, especially romantic partners and those who really love you and cherish you and care about you will feel such a great sense of joy and pleasure serving you and making you feel good about yourself and providing you with all sorts of just compliments, items, and things that make you feel like they're actually trying to like get into your good books. You know, animals do this as well. They provide potential partners with attention, with items such as branches, shells, and so on. They dance for them, they entertain them. Here within the portal, I want you to know that you're being asked whether you're truly ready. So your person, last time they saw you, they asked themselves if you're ready. They asked themselves if this is really what you want. They were wondering whether this relationship might actually be a little too fast or even end up being too serious for you if you really go down the rabbit hole together. And within the portal, we have the keywords of adventure, ancestors, and your calling. And I want you to know here within the portal that your person also thought to themselves that you have a very divine history when it comes to your ancestors, and that you're called to far more than you've experienced or than you've done up until now. Even professionally speaking, your person here in the portal, they see you as someone who still has so much success ahead of them, and it's just about when, not if. And next up, we've got Memento Mori, which is about life, presence, depth, and death. And the meaning is in the middle, understanding that two things can be true at the same time. And the last time they saw you, how they felt is that on one hand, they see so much life, they see so much potential, they see a huge future ahead of themselves with you. And then on the other hand, they also felt like they're not sure if they're ready, they're not sure if this will turn out all right. So the truth lays somewhere in the middle is what they've realized since then, what they've come to a huge epiphany about. And I want you to know here, group number 4, that your person has done so much thinking since they last saw you. You're actually the only person that has ever got them to reconsider their choices and actions so much, because they've never actually thought that deeply about any relationship prior to you. Prior to meeting you, people were like cute, attractive, they would be with them, spend time with them, even be in relationships with them and date them. But it wouldn't be anything more than that. It wouldn't be this whole soulmate, let's get married kind of situation. And I see here in the Knight of Cups that they're completely new to this. They're new to this feeling of actually seeing someone as a real potential, and it scared them. The last time they saw you, the last time they were in front of you, this is how they felt. They felt scared. They felt like they're reaching out and kind of like giving you their energy, their love, everything that they've got here within their cup. And why they've retracted is because they changed their mind and they got fearful. Fear is what made them move very quickly and retract very quickly. As you can see, they're sitting on this like tentacle arm, on this squid arm, and squids move incredibly quickly. So you may have thought to yourself, how did they just change their mind so quickly? How did they disappear so quickly? How did this become just like a poof, gone situation so instantly? And what we've got here is really fear. It's really also them asking themselves, am I ready? Am I ready for this portal? Am I ready for the potential of my life changing from one second to the next? And the Ten of Swords here shows us that commitment phobia is something that can say they battle with. Group number 4. I don't want to sound as though this person is never going to be able to settle down or something, or that it's not possible, but they have their concerns about commitment. And commitment, deep commitment, scares them in many ways. And here within the Ace of Swords, which actually showed up in reverse for you, they want to rewrite a love story differently than what they've seen around them. Coming from a broken home, a household where, you know, parents are arguing a lot or divorced completely, having to just kind of live between different spaces and 2 different realities and 2 different parents and just a broken up family. The Ace of Swords in reverse shows that they don't want that for themselves whatsoever. It's really important for them to avoid that at all costs. So of course, like picking someone to be with, it's a lot of pressure. And I see here within the Strength card that now they're trying to muster up the courage to decide what's best, to decide for themselves, all right, I know what I need to do next. If I want this to work, I'm going to have to take this seriously. I'm going to have to man up. I'm going to have to boss up, whoever this person identifies as. And I want you to know here that within the Strength card, right now, they're realizing that in a way, you are more courageous than them. You were more upfront about how you felt than they were. And they feel a little bit ashamed about that. They feel a little bit of shame for not making their care very, very clear and their emotions very clear, and they do have regrets. So this is how they felt the last time they saw you. I do feel inclined to clear and cleanse the space and then be back for us to move more deeply into your reading. You don't have to lift a finger, group number 4. You don't have to do a thing. I will just cleanse the space and then I'll be right back with you. Welcome back, group number 4. So let's delve more deeply into how they felt the last time that they saw you. First up, we've got magic. So the last time that they saw you, despite the fact that now you're wondering what they're thinking and what they thought that last time that they saw you, it was magic to them. And for them, being around you is like being around no other. They find you to be a magical being, almost like this unicorn here surrounded by these fairies. And to them, you have main character energy. You have the energy of someone who just exudes confidence and exudes this vibe that is very one of a kind. And they would also like to see you dance. I know this sounds strange, group number 4, but just bear with me. They love that you're the type of person whose hips like sway in such a beautiful way when they can tell that you are vibing with yourself, when you're feeling confident, when you're feeling good. They love how your body looks and also how it moves, and their dream scenario would be to like see you dance and see you actually move. So I definitely want you to know here that they fantasize about what it would be like for you to just have absolutely no shame, no inhibition, and be completely wild around them. And within Sanctuary, they always feel like being around you is like taking time out from the world. It's like being alone when they're with you, but not being completely alone. It's the same kind of healing vibe and energy, but with you being there, and it's comfortable to be around you. They feel comfortable when there's silence between the two of you. And they also do feel like when they're around you a lot, it has the same healing effect of going on a retreat, of putting their phone away, of just disconnecting from the internet. They really love that about being around you. So I want us to see what Spirit has to say precisely, which is why we're going to add some letters into your reading. So we have A, E, as well as a W. We'll add a little more in. So we have T as well. So one thing that I am getting here is awe and then T. So they're in awe of you. All right, so we fixed the lighting situation. Then we also have J-E-T, and for some reason, a little piece of fabric as well. So let's just get rid of that. Okay, so we have jet. All right, this is a very interesting combination, as I do want you to know here that they feel in awe of you, and one thing that they also think is that they want to just rent a private jet and travel the world with you and go absolutely everywhere. And they want privacy, they want flexibility, and they want to be able to explore and discover. So one more combination that I also want to talk about is jaw, and then we've got Tee, which is German for tea. So I do want you to know here that last time they saw you, they felt like their jaw was a little clenched, like they weren't as outspoken as they really wanted to be. And I do want you to know that they're the type of person who would love to have some tea ceremonies with you. They thought last time you guys were together that what they really needed was like a hot beverage, like something more potent in order to calm their nerves, in order to make them feel a little bit more relaxed. And they felt kind of really nervous, you know, kind of really clenched up, and like they could benefit from some sort of substance, some sort of tea that kind of allows them to chill out a little more around you, because you make them nervous, group number 4. Now, the growth card shows us here that they also do feel when they're around you and when they see you, that they grow as a person, that you challenge them. They look forward to spending time with you. That's what they thought when they last saw. Oh, we have a card that popped itself right side up. You make them more determined. So growth and determination, I hope you can see that. It is focused right now. So the growth and the determination just shows us that they're in a space where they really appreciate your energy. They appreciate the fact that you push them to grow, to be more determined, and that you also give them confidence that they don't get anywhere else, to be real, to be honest. And the Magician confirms this further. The Magician is a card of taking the lead, of being a leader, and of not being afraid of anything, of manifesting too. So the Magician showing up in correlation to us talking about how they grow when they're around you, they feel more determined. They want that all the time, and they are really just like hitting themselves right now a little bit for letting you go, for allowing this to slip in between, you know, their fingers, to just allow this to fizzle out the way it has, for your connection to have come to this point. And they're mad with themselves about this. They don't know what to do and how to rekindle. So they're in a little bit of a challenging situation for themselves. And the waning gibbous one shows that you've really forced them to self-reflect on a whole nother level, because in the past they always thought that they're just right. They never saw anything wrong within their actions. And you're the first person that actually gets them to self-reflect and to think about where they messed up and how they can do better in the future, how they can like rectify a situation. You're even getting them to think of apologizing profusely and putting in a lot of effort to try to make things better. And the snow moon, it shows us that the last time they saw you, they thought you're really pure, and you're someone who sees themselves in such a pure way as well. So you don't see yourself, quote unquote, as more than you are or less than you are. You see yourself in a very grounded manner. And they're not used to that. Usually people who look like you, who are as beautiful, are a lot more conceited. And they definitely see here that for you, it's like a completely different vibe. You are the type of person who is not at all conceited, who is not at all in a position where they are arrogant. You are super down to earth and humble. And they've always thought that about you, and they've always loved that in you, group number 4. So this is the YouTube portion of the reading that I've received for you. To not make this reading too crazy long, I will upload the extended members only version to my website. So all of you who are members of my daily reading subscription service, you guys get your daily reading straight to your inbox. You get access to all of the members only extended videos, but also members only videos that you can't find on YouTube at all. I also have my members only podcast in there, the mini course on how to build a successful YouTube channel, and so much more, videos on manifestation, etc. So it's really worth it, you guys, and it's an ever expanding library. So I'll leave the link to that below in the description box. Feel free to check that out. I would like to thank each and every one of you for being here, for supporting my channel throughout the years, and I can't wait to provide you with more insights during my upcoming readings.